Chapter 58. It didn't take Adam long to find one of Rosie's trademark open doors. He snuck into the mall and made his way to the playhouse. The candles were set up, like before, and the long-dead bodies were spread about, but something was different. Amelia sat on a chair on the stage, and she was alive. Adam ran up to her and saw she was tied to the chair with rope. Duct tape covered her mouth. He removed it. "Are you okay?" he whispered. Her eyes were wide with fear. "He's going to kill me." "No, he won't. Not this time." A slow, loud clap startled him. It came from somewhere on the stage, but he only saw the bodies, arranged in various poses and held up by mannequin stands. Another clap. Slow applause. A man walked onto the stage. He wore baggy dark clothes and a hood that hid his face. "You aren't supposed to be here for another couple of hours," a raspy voice said. "And even then, don't you usually take a nap in the bathroom? That's when I usually do my best work." "Who are you?" Adam asked, shielding Amelia. He'd loosened her ropes enough that she was able to slowly get out of them without much movement. "I'm the person who rids this mall of vermin. I've been doing it for decades. Even now that the mall is closing, I still do my job. I take care of this place." The realization hit Adam. "Bob?" The man removed the hood to reveal that it was, in fact, Bob. "I was trying to find the right time to burn this mall down. I've been making a list of people I wanted to spare. Rosie and Wally are good. But you? I could never get a beat on you. I checked in every now and then, even talked to your little friend. I just didn't see anything special in you, so I figured I would do this during your shift." "Do what?" Adam asked. And then Bob kicked a few of the candles over. The stage immediately caught fire. Amelia jumped to her feet. Adam turned to grab a fire extinguisher, but before he could take 2 steps, he was grabbed from behind and thrown through the air. He landed hard on the wooden stage, onto a pool of blood. He was separated from Bob by a wall of flame. He was also surrounded by bodies. He stood up and saw Bob run out the exit. Amelia helped him to his feet. They looked around for another exit and found themselves backstage a moment later. They were on a landing, looking down into a fairly large room full of props. Everything appeared to be made of wood. They ran down the steps and made their way through a cluttered room. When they finally made it to the exit that led out to one of the mall's many corridors, they found it wouldn't budge. It wasn't locked, so it must have been blocked from the other side. They turned back toward the stairs and saw the landing on fire. They couldn't go back that way. He and Amelia were trapped in a room full of flammable material. They were going to die. Adam looked up at the sprinklers in the ceiling. Why weren't they activating? It took only a second to figure it out. It took only a second longer to realize Bob had been planning this very night for a while. Adam remembered how someone had been tampering with the water pressure throughout the mall. It had been this man all along. He didn't want the sprinklers to save the mall when the time came. He would have burned it down during the initial timeline had Adam not stumbled upon the bodies and called the cops. But there were other ways to put out a fire. Adam looked around for a fire extinguisher. The one he found was empty. He dropped it and looked around again. He found a lot of costumes. They were stacked on racks in the middle of the room. He quickly went through them and found a purple cape that was thankfully flame retardant. Adam draped it over Amelia and himself and raced back up the stairs. He wasn't sure how bad the fire had become, but he knew he couldn't stay where he was. Surely he would catch on fire the moment he made his move. He had to take that chance, though. Adam counted to 3 and ran ahead. He made it to a clear patch of stage and looked around. The bodies were on fire. Adam nearly vomited at the sight and smell, but managed to keep himself calm. The closest flames pointed at him like accusing fingers, but did not make contact. Running through the maze of fire, he managed to get off the stage. Most of the candles had tipped over, adding fuel to the inferno, but Adam made it to the exit. Surprisingly, it was not blocked. He took a deep breath of fresh air in the playhouse's lobby and immediately saw Bob through one of the windows, staring and waving. Adam ran to the broken entrance. The doors would not open. He kicked and jumped at them. He ran back to the window to see Bob still standing there. Smoke started pouring from the auditorium, so Adam closed the doors to buy himself some time. He then grabbed a chair and hurled it at the window. Bob didn't even flinch as the chair bounced off. That glass was stronger than it looked. Bob waved and then ran off. Adam wrapped the cloak around Amelia once again, and then he charged the window without hesitation. He heard and felt shattered glass.